Hello YouTube. It's been a long time. I've been absent, as many of you will have realized. I think the last video I put on was home brewing in AJ's Den. A lot of things have happened since then. I'm getting back to the channel now. Life has kind of taken over. But I wanted to introduce you to a new project that I'm taking on. Life is a lot better now. So welcome back to the Life's Good. And AJ's back on a plot. He's back on, well, he's hatching a plot. He's back on a plot. My partner, Jane, her father has a large garden area, and unfortunately hasn't been able to maintain it for the last 3 to 4 years. And the family have suggested that I might like to take it on as the family garden and get back into my gardening. So I'm going to lift you off of the tripod and give you a quick scan and overview of this little garden area that AJ's taking on as a vegetable garden. Well, apologies for the poor sound quality, but the microphone I'm currently using seems to crackle quite a bit, so hopefully it's not too distracting and too poor for this video. I do have a new one on order, so hopefully we can improve that for you at some point. But if we just scan around this area very quickly, I'll go back past the tripod and point you out. There's a path that way, which is the entrance to this area. There's a hedgerow and fencing there. But as I turn around and scan around, if you look in that corner, a family member has already been in here and has completely tidied the back hedgerow there. There was an overgrown buddleia which has been taken right back. The actual soil area for growing on is this large area of weeds and overgrown bits and pieces here. And looking back down the path into this far corner, you can see there is already a shed and a small polytunnel, and there's all manner of old plants and vegetables and bits and pieces sitting in this ground, which will all need to be tidied, sorted, removed, or whatever. I'll just walk down here towards this corner and show you that this obviously at some point was the compost corner. It's going to need a lot of TLC and tidying up and organising. I've got some plans for that. There's like a small patio area, a water butt, another compost bin, and quite a reasonable sized shed here, which does already contain a lot of gardening tools and the previous users' paraphernalia for use on the plot. There's all sorts of pots and containers sitting here. If we squeeze our way along here, there is a pathway that runs along here alongside the shed and towards the polytunnel. But I can spin you around and look back across this area. Hopefully the sunlight doesn't spoil things too much. That's back where the tripod is. You can see my tripod still in the corner there. That's where we were stood initially. And this large plot is, my intention is to bring this back to a very productive vegetable and fruit area. I'm trying to give you some sort of overview. There's all sorts of pathways and bits and pieces. You can probably hear Jane in the background. She's my partner. She's already in the polytunnel sorting a few things. So if you hear funny noises in the background, that will be her. And there's the entrance to the polytunnel and a pathway in between the shed and it. And we go back down to the back hedgerow. There's an area in the back here. You can looking back to the water storage area or the water retrieving area. Large butt there. And a lot of space here next to the polytunnel. Now I'll just let you have a look in here. There's all sorts of bits and pieces lying around. We've got a work area and a potting area, sowing area, lots of space in here where I can use containers or grow bags or something similar and bring on some very lovely fruit and veg in here. Again, I've got lots of ideas and lots of plans that I will share with you at some point as we move forward. So going back out of the polytunnel, we come around, you can look across the plot here. Beyond that little hedgerow is an ornamental garden, which is absolutely lovely, and I may show you that at some point. And their house is immediately behind that area. So a new project, a new garden, and hopefully I can share with you all my failures, successes, experiments, and all the things I used to do in the Life's Good some 3-4 years ago. And here we are looking at another plot to take over and revive, and hopefully this time next year we will be harvesting the fruits of our labours and having lots of lovely fresh vegetables, fruit, and all manner of other lovely things. There you have it, a new opportunity for the Life's Good to share with you all the recovery of, tidying up of, and bringing back together a wonderful area that hopefully is going to be a very productive vegetable and fruit garden. Thanks for watching. Nice to see you all again. It's good to get back. I've got lots of plans to bring the channel back to life and increase my subscriber level, which I think is currently around about 1,400 and something. But I really appreciate all you guys sticking around over the years. It hasn't been easy. We've had all sorts of issues with life and work and other things. So, not going to dwell on all that. Here we are, embarking on a new challenge and a new plot. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you my exploits and progress on what is going to be AJ's new plot. I haven't got a name for it yet. All the other ones have had names. So the house is a number 6, so it might be plot 6. I don't know. Plot number 6. Here we are. Well, whatever you're doing, you take care, look after each other, stay safe, and come back and see us soon and follow my progress on this new area. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button for future notifications, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you all again soon. You all take care. Bye bye for now.